Alright guys, I wanted to show a video of my winch here that I built for the back of my tractor. First off, the tractor's a John Deere 4600. It's 43 engine horse, 34 PTO horse. She's got about 3,400 hours on it, so she's a bit tired, but it works great for me here on the farm. This is as it sits with the ballast. The ballast in the rear tires, some wheel weights, the grapple. It's just under 6,000 pounds, not including the weight of the winch. The winch is dug into the ground here with a dig plate to help anchor the tractor in place when pulling. But this is, I built all this based on what I'm going to be using it for, guys. Everybody's going to use it a little different. Some guys are going to have monster trees that they need a monster machine for. I don't, I have a lot of stuff like this. We had a forester through here just to get an idea of what was going on, and some around 20, maybe 24 inch diameter at breast height is the average mature tree size in here. This part of the woods is younger, but there are some stuff like that in here. So I built this winch to pull firewood logs out, and also to pull some lumber out that I'm gonna be whittling out there on my bandsaw mill. So anyways, my winch. This is a winch that I built based off an idea I found on YouTube. This is a PTO powered winch. It's basically an old farmy style winch. There's others out there, but it's a straight PTO powered winch. So the PTO drives the chain drive system. The chain drive drives this sprocket. When the PTO shaft on the tractor is spinning, this sprocket spins. There are clutch plates bolted to this sprocket. When engaged, the drum slides into the sprocket, clutch plate, what have you. There's a thrust bearing back in here, and there's also thrust bearing right in here. Okay, there's a stack of thrust bearings in here. Now there's a 4140 chromoly shaft that runs all the way through this winch. Comes out here. There's a keeper pin to keep it from rotating, and also to keep this fixed in place, because that pin carries the load of this Acme nut. There's a piece of Acme threaded rod that's welded onto that 4140 shaft, that as I spin this engagement lever, the nut tightens up on these thrust washers and takes the drum and shoves it along the shaft into the spinning clutch. That's how I engage the winch here. Okay. Then that Acme rod is then turned down and threaded at 1 inch coarse thread to accept this nut. This plate is bolted up against the shoulder that's turned down from where the Acme thread is turned down to the 1 inch thread. And this is just a locating plate. It holds the whole winch assembly in place, and it keeps the shaft from being twisted up, right? Keeps it from flexing around when I've got the winch under load. I can unbolt this whole plate, remove it, take the whole drum off, take the clutch off, service the whole thing, whatever I need to do. There is a spring-loaded plunger here with a little piece of friction material epoxied to the steel foot that rides on this winch plate. This flange here just has a constant pressure applied to it, so that when I'm pulling the cable out, and if I stop, the cable doesn't bird's nest as the drum keeps free spinning. That was one of the suggestions that I was recommended to online, and as I was building this. And another thing is to add this tensioning device here that just keeps, in this case it's upward pressure, but it keeps pressure applied to the cable so it wraps up nice around the drum. That's pretty much it. I've got a winch, or I'm sorry, I've got a receiver tube for a hitch. But on this drum, there's 250 feet of 7/16 cable. I know most commercial winches come with like 165 feet of cable. I'm sure that works, but I also wanted to be able to park right here and pull out pretty much anything I wanted. I don't want to be up and making a bunch of moves and stuff. I just want to be able to pull stuff from pretty much anywhere I want. So these are log slides. And again, that's pretty much it, guys. I built this for my use. You know, I can see some things that I need to add or modify in the future. All right, so just to show how this thing works, I'm going to start the tractor up. I'll run it about, and I'll just run it at idle. There's no reason to run it fast, and I'll show you how everything works. Better disengage the clutch. Okay, I can freewheel the drum. Okay, there's enough slight drag on it that it usually tensions back up a little bit, but again, 7/16 cable, chokers. Sorry. That's all there is to it, guys.
I realized that this thing is dangerous, but then again, so is running a chainsaw, cutting trees down, running a tractor, you know, Taco Bell, going commando. It's all dangerous. This lever I've got here will be replaced with a lever that's got a pull rope in it. That way I can stand 6 or 8 feet off to the side of the tractor and do it safely.